Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. Okay, this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. If this resonates with you, Aquarius, take what does, leave what doesn't. It's a general reading. Some of you here are dealing with some form of deception around you right now. Okay, and it could be some form of walking away because it's been some form of bullying. Okay, that's for some of you. For some of you, you're up in your ego and your pride, okay, and you're feeling sorry for yourself. For some of you, you are a clever individual, okay, and you could be getting some news regarding somebody who is in a family or a committed relationship or married. For some of you, all right. For some of you, it's a relationship, right? That or a friendship for some of you, okay, that you could be hearing about. But this is going to get you kind of having sleepless nights over this and repetitively going through your mind over and over regarding this, and having anxiety and stress and depression. Look at some of you. Okay, like I said, some of you, it's your ego that's been affected here. Okay, some of you here could have actually got a new job, new home, new project you're taking on in the home. Some of you could even be an opportunity for somebody to be engaged, but it's becoming a burden here, a burden that you need to put down. Okay, some of you could be dealing with the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, somebody that you're separated from. Okay, for some of you, you could be taking time out for yourself right now and resting up after a breakup. Some of you are not communicating at this moment, that you're just taking some time out for yourself. That's for some of you. Okay, what other message here for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Venus rising do they need to know? What is it they don't know? Come on, Aquarius, what is it you don't know that could be taking you out of this form of depression or illness or being stuck in your head? Ooh, a flipper as well. You got the 7 of Hearts, like 7 of Cups. Someone had choices. Someone's being very indecisive, and someone who kind of went astray here and chose to make a decision or a choice here. Because somebody's here is also waiting to for someone to make a decision that they can make a move. Okay, trying to wait and see if they're going to get chosen. Okay, some of you are dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Some of you are dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You may even have these in your charts yourself. Okay, but when you see the 7 of Cups here come up like this, okay, it's usually speaking about somebody here who's is reflecting on the choices they've made. Okay, some of you have to feel like you have not achieved a lot, just a little. Some of you feel you're up in your ego. Okay, some of you need to go within. Okay, some of you could have been dealing with a Sagittarius, Pisces, alright, or you may have this in your chart, alright. But the 7 of Cups here, like 7 of Hearts, it usually indicates a solid development, spiritual perfection, the completion of a cycle, some inner wisdom and the inner self. It's all about you right now. Okay, also it also speaks about illusion. Okay, and it also represents the 7 deadly sins. Alright, because somebody here had several choices and they weren't all good. Okay, not for somebody out there, right? For some of you though, it tells there's a focus on deception here. Okay, because 7 of Cups also could mean deception, like somebody was building kind of castles in the air. They was imagining how things was going to go, but it didn't go that way. For some of you could have been dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. They may have this in the chart. Okay, but for some of you here, right, it speaks about choices, yeah, and it must be made carefully in regard to your future goals and your ideas. For some of you, though, there may be a tendency to fantasize about your future and your future achievements, rather than actually putting the solid plans into place and into practice. Okay? Some of you are asked to look at unrealistic ideals and sort your priorities out. Okay? Some of you need to cast the things that are not important, cast them aside, that they're not even worth pursuing. Okay? Alright? Even you have several choices of who could be in your life. Some of them, it's not even worth your time. Okay? This progress will probably call for you to be rationally analysing this and having discernment. Okay? For some of you, are trying to make sure that everything is in order, and you're trying to control that. Okay? But it's time for you to relax and to not spend so much time and energy focusing on the small stuff. Okay? That's for some of you. And what you need to let go of is third-party situation. For some of you, you need to let go of a separation or a heartache or pain or some form of betrayal that took place with a third-party situation. Alright? Some of you are still hurting about some decision that was made. You need to let go of this hurt, the fantasy, your delusion about this relationship. Okay? Some of you need to really sit down and think about what you want in your life and who you really want in your life. Okay? It's time for you to prioritize right now. Some of you need to be determined and to turn your dreams into reality. Not just talk the talk, but walk it. Okay? For some of you, it also could also indicate something you have worked long and hard for will prove beneficial on many accounts. Some of you may not even have expected a payment. Okay? But your work, what you sow, you shall surely reap. For some of you. Some of you, it's a change for a better in your work. Some of you need to prepare yourself for positive outcomes. And some of you, though, you need not to become too complacent, as you must continue to act in realistic terms in order to achieve your future goals. But what you need to let go of is this heartache and pain, because some of you are still waiting. Some of you are still waiting for somebody to even make a choice that they're going to choose you, or you're waiting to make some form of decision. Okay, regarding this heartache that you're feeling. Alright? Some of you, with the 3 of Wands here, could be a lot of arguments that you was having. Okay? You have to even accept the fact for some of you that you have done all you can, there's nothing more you can do. Right? That's for some of you. Right? For some of you, though, okay, what I'm hearing is that somebody could have treated you as an option more than a priority. Alright? That's for some of you out there. Okay? For some of you, or it could even be one particular person that this message is for. Right? In the past, either you or your partner did not wish to jump into any serious relationship. Okay? Straight away. Right? For some of you, you both took your time and weighed up all the options. Okay? Another possibility that is that the past was not like how you remember it. Okay? Some of you are disillusioned about this past of this relationship. Okay? Some of you are remembering it a lot better than it was, and some of you are remember it a lot worse than what it was. Okay? But right now, it seems like, Aquarius, that either you or your partner are undecided about whether they want the relationship to head right now, or where you want it to go. Alright? They seem to be unsure whether they want to take things to the next level or break it off forever. Alright, or it could even be you. But this is something, if it's not you, then this is something you don't know. Right, this is how they're feeling. There's also the possibility that the relationship is not yet like a serious relationship here, Aquarius. Because the partnership is more theoretical and fantasy than it is reality. It's just something you white. What I'm hearing. Let me take a drink of water here. Wow. What I'm hearing here is this, Aquarius. Man might throw the dice, but it's God who decides what it lands on. Okay? Just because you may want something to go your way doesn't necessarily mean that it will. Okay? And for some of you, the situation is much better than you think it is. Okay? Some of you feel as though your relationship with your partner is going down the toilet. For some of you, it is. Okay? If you feel as though your lover seems to weigh up their options between lovers and they're being swayed towards picking you, okay? Some of you might be a bit delusioned about that, okay? And that's what you're waiting on. That's for some of you, okay? But for somebody out there, your situation is worse than expected. Even if you do not think you're losing your lover, okay? Things are slowly deteriorating. Because your lover is being swayed towards not wanting a relationship with you. That's what it is. That's how it goes sometimes, and I'm sorry about that. Because this person seems very indecisive, don't know what they want. Okay? This person could even be delusioned, they could be on drinking or on drugs or something, but they don't seem to be having a clear head here. Okay? Some of you don't want to be in a relationship that ties you down. Okay? Some of you may have many options that you want to actually, or other things you want to do. Okay? Or places you want to go. Or where you want to live. Okay? If you've got a different, if you're okay then, if I'm hearing, if you're an outdoor person and you like to party hard, you know, socialize, and then you end up with somebody who's more grounded, who's a homebody, doesn't like parties, doesn't like crowds, very insecure, and you're more confident. All these differences between you here, okay? The relationship will eventually become a drag to you, okay? So what I'm hearing here for some of you is that with this heartache that you need to let go of, some of you have the lucky escape. And you know what I mean? While you're chasing something that God actually protecting you from. You understand? Because he just saved you from making some bad decision or a bad choice here. Okay? Some of you though, you need to avoid relationships with people who are not assertive. Okay? You need to be with someone who knows what they want and goes for it. Otherwise, you'll end up with a person who's not proactive about the relationship. Okay? When you're meeting somebody that don't know what they want. Alright? But for some of you though, although your lover has many things going on in their life, you're hoping that they will choose you to be a priority. Okay? You want them to decide that your relationship is vital to them. But as you can see that with the 3-3 here, and this indecision and all these 7 of Cups here, it's on very shaky ground here, Aquarius. It's not looking very stable. Okay? For some of you feel the relationship isn't not real. I think you're on the right path there. Okay? But when it comes to your status of your partnership though, you worry that you are living in a fantasy world. Cause you have to get to the point here, it's like a wake-up call. and accept this factor, right? Because Spirit's trying to speak to you regarding this. That's for somebody out there, right? Because for some of us, what you don't know, this relationship is not as serious as you perceive it to be, okay? You might expect that your partner cares a lot for you and thinks about you all the time, but this is not the case, okay? Because most of the good and bad parts you can remember about these partnerships are all in your head, alright? Because in reality, it wasn't happening. You might have wanted it to go a certain way, and you stuck around waiting for it to happen. Sometimes some of you even was telling yourself it was happening when it really wasn't. Okay? That's for somebody out there, right? Because now you got the Two of Wands, Two of Clubs. That's going to help you to grow, right? The Two of Wands usually a person that's usually stood at a crossroad, okay, and has to make a decision of which path they're going to actually walk down. Alright? Now some of you is here now with the Two of Wands. You're kind of feeling some form of discontent. While you're there planning and delaying and waiting for the signal for you to move, you're kind enough in a position now where you're in some form of discontent. Okay? Some of you are feeling tired of your lover. Okay? And you're tired of your practicalities. Right? For some of you in the past, you probably was really aiming for the relationship. You assumed that getting a relationship with this person would be all unicorns and beautiful and funny and kitten fart kind of shit. But you know, sorry about that, but you know, before it was an illusion. It's like, say, it's your fantasy, and I don't want to disrespect that in any shape or form, because this is how you actually felt at the time it was real to you. Okay? For some of you, now that you are living in reality of this relationship, you realize that it's not all that it's cracked up to be. Okay? Some of you are realizing that having an actual real relationship with this person, it wasn't as fulfilling as your fantasy was. It was more better in your mind than it was in reality. Okay? For some of you, though, you haven't started a relationship with this person, okay? It can mean that you're starting to question whether the pursuit is even worth it. Even if it's somebody that you're thinking about or potential, you're kind of thinking out, is it even worth it? Okay? Because everybody has to get to this stages where I might be fantasizing about how I want it, but then in reality, I'm seeing it ain't going that way. Basically, you know, because in my head I visualize it going a certain way, and the person's contradicting everything I actually wanted. Okay? And that's how some of you have to go and say, get a wake-up call. Okay? For some of you though, the relationship is nowhere near perfect, okay? Even after trying hard and going through a lot of things you did together, okay? You still had problems. No matter how you tried to work at it, there still was problems, okay? And one of you is beginning to be tired of the relationship or potential relationship, okay? And you'll know if this resonates with you, and if it does, please like, and if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. Okay? This is something else I'm going to share with you that you don't know. Okay, Aquarius? There are other areas in you or your partner's life which are leaving them feeling unfulfilled right now. Okay? they or you have achieved a lot, but are not getting their happiness from it. Okay? That you thought it would or they thought it would. Okay? Because this is the form of discontent here. And it has been playing on your mind and causing you not to focus on your relationship for some of you. Okay? Because you've got other things on your mind. They might have other things on their mind. And the priority isn't the relationship right now. Okay? Or you. Okay? Vice versa. And you must realize that all relationships cannot be perfect all of the time. Without the downs. Okay? If there's no down, there would be no ups. Alright, Aquarius? The grass isn't always green on the other side. Okay? So for some of you, you need to start looking out into the wilderness for something different. Okay? For some of you, you are kind of projecting other areas of your life you are unhappy with onto your love life. Okay? And so for some of you, it's time to get a hobby or start looking for issues where there isn't any. That's for somebody out there. Okay? Some of you, I hear, you brought up your because 6 went to the 7 inner childhood issues from childhood you brought up. That could have been a common denominator for both of you at the time. Okay? And you're trying to go and say, not so much recreate it, but because depending if it was good or bad, you have kind of created the very same thing you didn't like when you was a child. That's for somebody out there. For some of you though, there is someone else who better fit your needs. Okay? Because it doesn't seem like this person that you have just been dating or presently dating or just presently separated, okay, from, or this person who had you in a third party situation. There is somebody better out there for you. Okay? For some of you though, you need to kind of aim for a functional relationship which has no surprises. Okay? Because I feel some of you must have got some surprise here, being in a third party situation here. Okay? Or this person is going to be very argumentative and arguing over petty things. Okay? Or feeling that you have to put so much hard work into it to even get it to the standard that you could even manage or bear with, for some of you. Okay? For some of you though, because of your personality type, you're probably better suited to a partnership where not too much is going on and you can't be stuck in a boring routine for some of you. That's for some of you, because if you choose a relationship, I've been hearing, yeah, I heard it, yeah. Let's get it sound clearer, because I feel like, whoa. If you're with somebody, like I said, who's a homebody and you're an outgoing person, it ain't going to work, because for some of you, you're going to end up stuck in a boring routine. Alright? Some of you need to avoid relationships which aren't constantly changing. Okay? Some of you seem to get a rush from being kept on the edge of your seat. Okay? And if your partnership becomes a drag, you don't like it. So some of you need to look for someone who welcomes a change. Okay? But if you are changing, the person isn't, their one's boring, your one isn't. Vice versa, you know which one resonates with you. Okay? For some of you, you do want to be able to get into a relationship with someone who you can rely on practical matters for. For example, paying the bills, helping with the childcare, you know, things like that. Because these things are important to you, Aquarius. Okay? Some of you wish to find a partner who can share in the responsibilities, okay? Because romantic love isn't as much as a priority for you right now. Alright? You need some help, basically. Okay? Somebody that's more grounded, somebody that's going to put their hand in the pocket, somebody that's going to bring something to the table, you know what I mean? Not taking from the table. That's for someone out there. Okay? Because for some of you fear is, sorry about this, must be my Amazon. Sorry about that, Aquarius, but my new cars have arrived. Believe in your own magic, and you're going to be the first sign I'm going to use them on. Okay? So, get back to where I was here though. Alright? This is for some of you out there, or somebody particular. Remember, this is just a general reading. It will not resonate with all of you, Aquarius. Okay? Some of you though, some of you have a fear that one day you'll settle down with a partner, then wake up one day, walk around the bedroom and ask, is this it? Basically. Is this it? Right? Some of you are worried you commit to something you'll regret. Okay? Look, like I said, nobody's perfect. Okay? You can be going, picking. My mother always says sometimes you pick and pick until you end up picking shit. Okay? Because it's like, say, how are we going to learn and grow? Sometimes people come into our life for a reason. Even sometimes it's only for a season. But it's just to teach us something. Okay? So that we can improve ourselves and better ourselves. Okay? That's for some of you. And for some of you though, which if you don't know and you're still holding on, waiting for this person to choose you, right? What you don't know is that it's possible that your relationship is becoming boring and you do not even realize it yet, right? For some of you, the routine is disappointing because you thought this relationship would be happier than it already is. Because some of you, you're already seeing that the spark is slowly dimming away. Alright? And some of you, it's already happened. Alright? That's for some of you out there. Alright? And then you got what you need to let go of is this heartache. Let it go. Let go, let God. Like I said, everything happened for a reason. It didn't work out in the relationship for a reason. It was different. It was so different. It was like night and day. Okay? You probably have not really much in common. Okay? But some of you are still hurt from that. Okay? All it's brought up is this person showing now the neediness that was in you. Okay? Some of you were so needy, you ended up picking shit and didn't even realize it. Sorry. But some of you did. Somebody did out there. They end up picking shit and they didn't even realize it. Okay? Because they were so needy. They're going through some childhood issues that making them feel like they're low self-esteem, not feeling good about themselves. Okay? And some of you, I hear it's a pattern that you always seem to get into a regular and a third party situation for some of you. Okay? Some of you are walking with that energy, third party situation, that you're drawing it to you. Even when you want something better and to settle down, because your fear sometimes is what you draw. If your fear is being in a third party situation, that's what you're drawing to yourself. If you're drawing to yourself, these men don't settle down and don't think you're women that's very loose, you're going to draw that to you. Okay? What you fear is what you draw. Right? Sometimes you need to go and stay focused on where you're thinking. And some of you need to take some time out for yourself to get to know yourself better, to use your discernment and your intuition that you can pick wiser choices. Okay? Because the rest of them, you only need one. The rest of them you can get rid of. Alright? Because right now, for some of you, like I said, with this Three of Swords here, right? There's been some heartache, separation, divorce. Some of you could even be going through some fertility problems here. Okay? That's for some of you out there, right? So it's showing here that you and your partner have ended your relationship before. And this breakup left you both devastated. Okay? It's also probably that you suffered miscarriage or stillbirth together for some of years. Okay? And I'm sorry about that. And if you and your lover were not in a relationship in the past, then it also indicates that emotional trauma from your past partnership is affecting your current romance right now. Or it could be your partner's, or if it's not you. Okay? And this could have been leading you to make decisions which you usually wouldn't make often. Okay? That's for some of you. Some of you probably wasn't even yet healed from a previous relationship, I'm hearing. Okay? Some of you may have been on a rebound, vice versa. You'll know which one is you. Okay? Maybe both of you were on a rebound. That's for some of you. Some of you met somebody who was in the same position, because who you are is what you draw. Okay? He probably just was possibly for a short term, not a lifetime partner. Alright? For some of you, some trauma then from your partner's past life could also be affecting you. And they're wanting to avoid any form of heartache. Okay? And they could have made that decision to go and say, not get too close. Yeah? But it shows here that at present, some of you right now, you're going through a difficult period with your lover or with yourself right now. Because some of you can actually feel the end of the road nearing, and you're trying to do everything in your power to stop this from happening. Okay? This could even already happen for some of you. Okay? Because if you're currently experiencing fertility issues, they can manifest also as a Three of Swords. So some of you must have been even trying to have a child with this person. Well, it must have been divine intervention. Here I'm hearing. That was divine intervention that it didn't take place, and the reason why it didn't take place is because someone was very indecisive. They treating you as an option, not a priority. Or vice versa. You'll know which resonates with you, Aquarius. Some of you are in a position where you're waiting to move off. You're already bored. Okay? Some of you need to leave a third-party situation. That's for some of you. Make a choice. Why are you waiting for somebody else to make a choice for you? Why do you make a choice for yourself? Choose you. Okay? Why are you waiting for someone to choose you? You choose you. Walk away. Cut the string, man. If they're dangling this string to go and say, oh, I'll get back to you. Oh, just hold on. Hold what? Cut that string. Okay? Keep stepping. Right? After ending, there's always a new beginning. After 7 comes 8, where you're going to end up walking away anyway. Okay? And yeah, and that's going to feel like you're walking away from a third party, betrayal, heartache, and pain. Let that go. Let go, let God. Because right now, some of you need to heal. Alright? And I'm feeling to go and call a healing card for you. So I'm going to do so now. This is coming from the Mystic Healing. Okay? And if I feel to call another healing card for you right now, I'm going to do so. I've changed up the reading for somehow. But you know, Spirit, I'm going what Spirit says to go with right now, Aquarius. Because right now, you need to hear a word from the Lord. Okay? You're not alone. You're not forsaken. Okay? This was just a test. I hope you learned from it. Okay? Make better choices next time. Okay? This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. Right? Could be vice versa. Remember that you could have done this. You could have ended it and hurt somebody. Okay? Oh, you're looking strongly though, but somebody was in a third party. And somebody's here to communicate. You're not communicating with each other. There's a bit of breakdown of communication here. Time out. Ooh, got. Ooh, minimus guilt. Wow. Minimus guilt. And whatever question you were thinking about, right? Make it a yes or no. right now in your head, Aquarius, because the answer's at the bottom of this deck. Okay? So I'm going to give you time to think about what question you wanted to know, if it's a yes or no. Alright? Are you ready? Okay. You've got yes. If it was an answer to your question as if I've made the right decision by walking away from the third party situation, then the answer is yes. Okay? And I'm actually going to read yes to you. Okay? I'm going to put it next to yes, it's a minimus guilt. Okay? Bottom of that was you need to relieve your anxiety. Yes. Okay? And some of you need to unlock your heart because you're closing down. Open back up, mate. There's no closing down. The door's always open. Okay? One man's loss is another man's gain. Okay? Keep it moving. Right? Here we go. It's yes. Okay. This is for Aquarius. Sun, Moon and Venus rising. If this resonates with you, Aquarius, please like, share. And those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It's a yes. It's time for you to say yes to life. It's challenging to discern what is healthy to welcome into your life and what is not. Are you resisting or sabotaging a great opportunity by procrastinating? Whatever you are focusing on right now, universal divine forces are working on expanding your possibilities. The gates towards a successful outcome are open, as long as you take your well-being, your weaknesses and strength into consideration. If a possibility excites you and makes you feel positive, then it's important you take conscious steps towards it. If you ask a specific question before you pick this card, know that the outcome is positive and you can move forward with confidence. The card you ask to start saying yes to yourself and to take time out to do loving, nurturing things for you. You hear that, Aquarius? Spirit's clarifying what they're trying to tell you. It's all about you. It's not about this third party situation. Let that go. Okay? You already know deep down. You would have been bored. It wasn't for you. Okay? And God's not going to let you settle for somebody that's going to be in a position where they treat you like an option. Okay? And you should be a priority. Alright? Action you need to take here. Close your eyes. Take some deep breaths in and out. Place your hands on your heart. Ask, what do I need to say yes to? Okay? To awaken more aliveness, creativity and love in my heart. Am I willing to start to create a healing practice where I take care of myself? Who might I become if I guiltlessly gave myself time to finesse some of my emotions and connect to the core of my inner self? Because on your third eye, imagine it moving soft yellow light towards your heart. When the light connects to your heart, imagine that your heart grows wings. Say yes to receiving the opportunities that will allow you to live your destiny to the best of your ability. Okay, Aquarius? Right? Say yes to yourself. Right? Now you've got the minimus guilt. Alright? This is for you, Aquarius. Sun, Moon and Venus rising. Take steps to noble thoughts, feelings and actions. Excuse me, let me take a drink of water from drink this before I even read this one. Whoa. Because this seems to be the overview about what's this taking place here. Because this is the yes that you need to say to yourself. Take steps towards noble thoughts, feelings and actions. Whilst a little bit of guilt can be healthy in letting you know the difference between what is right and wrong, too much guilt can place you in a state of constant self-sabotage, self-harm, sickness, and an egotistic, it's all about me attitude. Okay? So, Don't go down that line. Alright? For some of you, guilt can either ask you to look at what you feel you have done wrong and create new possibilities of behaving, or encourage you to continue doing the very thing that you feel guilty about. If left unchecked, guilt and shame can eat away at your body and manifest as heart disease, liver disease, asthma, migraines, weight gain, insomnia, and a host of other issues. Okay? That's what guilt can do, and shame. It eats away at you. Let go, let God. If you're feeling all this hurt, heartache, pain, betrayal, let it go. Bring sickness. Okay? And especially secrets. Secrets bring sickness. Okay? Let it go. Let go, let God. Okay? Because this card asks you to evaluate what you feel guilty about and make a decision to change. Okay? Because if you done somebody wrong or you put them in a third party, you change, man. Okay? Let the third party go. Okay? I'm sure God made two, I heard, not triplets. Okay? It's Adam and Eve, I don't know about Steve. Okay? So, this card asks you to evaluate what you feel guilty about. Okay? This may include taking responsibility for your actions and humbly asking someone for forgiveness. Okay? Alternatively, you might work on exercising the power of your will and make a decision to stop doing something harmful. Okay? That could even be harmful to yourself. That could even be, like I said, somebody could be overindulging in drink, drugs, alcohol. Okay? You need to make a decision regarding this, because it ain't bringing you no joy. Okay? It's bringing you heartache and pain. It's making you make stupid decisions and causing you to get into a third party situations. Okay? It's not benefiting you. You only need one. Get rid of the rest. Like I said, I heard some of you are afraid to go commit yourself just in case you make the wrong decision. But if you're walking with God, you ask God for guidance. You ask God to choose the person. You use your discernment and use your intuition, and you ask more questions. Okay? Don't just take somebody at face value. Alright? For some of you, you're also encouraged to start taking guiltless time to work on your self-refinements. Okay? The question there said, yeah, what you're feeling guilty about. Okay? You got nothing to feel. If you make a decision, right, good or bad, right, you put it to the foot of the cross and you ask God to forgive you. Sometimes the person's not even around you or alive to even ask them for forgiveness. So you have to send it up to the universe. Okay? Sometimes you have to even ask your angel to speak to their angel to let them know you're sorry. Okay? And if you know to yourself that you need to change from the inside out. And there's no point here crying over spilt milk here. What's done is done. Okay? You can't unring a bell. So, let go, let God. Alright? That's stinking thinking. And it's making you ill. Right? Okay. I don't even want to clarify that, but I will want to know, and I'm sure you do, if that was past. What was happening now in the meantime? What's happening between? Things that could have already happened for some of you, if you've not, some of you's not actually going through that now, and you're coming out from that. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the shame. Okay? You're learning. It's all part of growing. You can't have the good without the bad. So tell me about this Seven of Hearts here. Something else you don't know about. Some of you could be feeling stuck in a relationship. Could be with a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. that you started a new relationship with. Things could be stagnant here. That's what some of you is. It could be with a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Aquarius, and things are stagnant here, right? In this relationship. It's a new relationship for some of you. Some of you are going to end the relationship to start something new. Okay? Like I said, somebody had choices, right? So some of you were feeling stuck in the past, in indecisiveness of should I stay, should I go, right? You are going to end up walking away from people and things that no longer got nothing to bring to the table, don't no longer suits you. You know what I mean? And you will be starting something new. So, hold on there. Bottom of the deck, there you are. Page of Swords, as well as the Knight of Swords. Okay? So some of you who were asking more questions, and then eventually you're going to be taking some action. So you're not just going to talk the talk. Some of you are actually going to walk the walk. Okay? Some of you, we could be even making a stance here. Okay? Some write-off initiation here where you're saying to yourself that you've learned from that mistake and you're going to be more, you're going to change from how you was so that you can draw the relationship that you do want. That's for some of you. Alright? You made a decision, you're just waiting for the signal to move. Things might be a bit delayed right now, but you're putting things into plan. Or if you're not, you should be. Okay? Some of you were putting things into plan to actually end the relationship, and some of you are feeling guilty about that. Okay? But here you are. Strong as ever. Okay? The Queen and the King here. This is you, Aquarius. Standing your ground. Okay? Speaking your truth. Wow. I see somebody here having to protect a lot of children here behind here. You see there's a lot of, I don't know if you can see that clearly. A lot of people behind here that you're willing to defend and fight for. Okay? A lot of children you're prepared to stand your ground and fight for. And you got the King and the Queen here. For some of you, this could be somebody that has a lot of children that you're with. Okay? That you're waiting for them to make some form of move. Okay? Things could be delayed, you know what I mean? Not for some of you, right? But when I see the King and the Queen together like this, it's somebody either married to or somebody that you actually got some form of soulmate connection here, right? Because for some of you here, some of you have to make a decision here to start confronting your demon. Okay? Your demons that you're actually walking with yourself. Okay? Your male and female, your yin and your yang. Okay? Some of you, it's all about, I did say that at some point, all about you. What's happening, it's for you to learn something here. Your inner demons, the things that you are holding on to that you need to let go of. The things that's causing you all this heartache and pain. Okay? Some of the things that you can't even talk about it. Okay? Woo! Wow. Some of you could be waiting for another air sign to make a move. Okay? But some of you though, some of you are working on becoming single and financially stable. Okay? There could be some news that's coming in regarding a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for some of you. Okay? This person could be fighting their demons. Okay? They're working on it and trying to be, deal with it. This is yourself or another Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay? This is something that is going to help you grow when you fight your demons, when you actually deal with any codependency or addictions you may have in your life. Okay? It's showing here that when you do take your action, you will be strong within yourself and you have the power. Your intuition, everything's kicking in. Okay? The news is going to be coming in quickly. So the sooner you start working on yourself, the sooner that you get the result that you want. Okay? To be that passionate, powerful female, or you could even be drawing in another fire sign here, because the whole point is when you change and you want to be the kind of person that you want, you have to change first. No point you there sitting back. You haven't changed, because whoever you drawn in the first place that you're leaving from now was because what's in them you didn't like is in you. And if you don't like what you see, then change it. You only can change it from within, because it's coming from you. Tell me about this Three of Swords here that you need to let go of. Four of Cups ended up going to the Five of Cups. Okay, somebody was definitely bored. Okay, somebody actually got rejected here. And it was a loss, because someone was focused on past hurt. Okay, you didn't let go of it. Alright, someone didn't let go of a third party situation. You need to let it go. Stop focusing on the past. It's not bringing no happiness. Okay, you see, like the top there was love offered between you, but both of you, one was feeling rejected and one was thinking about the past hurt. So no, it wasn't accepted, and there was an ending. Okay, yep, definitely an ending. Because for some of you, give up. You communicated that you've had enough, you're giving up, because he wasn't sleeping at night time. And it completely recycled because there was some form of betrayal. Someone's practically stabbed you in your back and betrayed you. You need to let that go. I know, it wasn't easy. And if it's you that's done it, you need to let it go, because after every 10 there's a new beginning. Because out of this 10 of betrayal, you're going to get the truth. And the truth will set you free anyway. Okay? Because it's showing here with the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands that somebody here was juggling. Okay? Indecisive about what they wanted regarding the third party situation here. Okay, you've done all you can, there's nothing more you can do. All it's causing is a lot of petty arguments regarding this third party. Just release it, let it go, let go, let God. Okay, it wasn't for you. Okay, every rejection is God's protection. So let me see here for you from the Kipper. Or can you just start a new relationship? Start something new. Okay, you just need to work on your own inner demons, that you don't take that into a new relationship that you need to change. Okay, some of you, this new relationship is going to bring, after you walk away from being stuck in and being indecisive, you're going to come across some sudden wealth here. I also see soulmate connection here with this 11, and plus as well with this King and Queen. Some of you, your soulmate is another air sign. That's for some of you. There's Libra, Gemini. That's for some of you. Okay? You've got toil and labor. This is something you're working hard on. And again, 8 and 3 again is 11. Some of you be working on your relationship. Some of you need to let go of the past hurt or the third party situation. Some of you need to let go of rejection. Some of you need to let go of the past. Okay? Some of you have definitely given up. Okay? Because of the betrayal in the past. You need to let it go. And start fresh. Start from a new beginning. We got 10 again. But it's been come out reverse. So some of you may return back to where you started. That's for some of you. And for some of you though, this courthouse at the bottom here, someone may having to go to court, might be a loss. A wealthy man may lose something here. His money from his male, from somebody could have been married here and had it with a third party. Yeah, and this person's going to end up having to go to court because they could end up losing out financially. Okay? But it's definitely with a 10, it's an ending. I'm going to read the sudden wealth. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. Alright? Okay. Sudden wealth. This card shows us a slot machine. Okay? It spills onto the casino table. This card could mean the loss, the lost check that shows up, a monetary gift, a larger than anticipated, tax refund, bingo win. If this card is close to a significator, it means a large sum. But if the false person, card 8, which is not there, thank God, your luck could turn sour and result in a loss. And watch out for that thief. Card 24, no thief around. So in card, pair as a description can also mean many, much or more to the counterpart. Okay? For some of you though, you can feel safe now. Sudden wealth announces success. Affluence, gain, profit in your job. It also shows a secure partnership. You can draw on unlimited sources at the moment, but avoid being wasteful or boastful. Okay? Just because that you've come across to this money or sudden wealth, or you feel financially abounding in this relationship, don't let it go to your head. Okay? For some of you, this is money you don't have to work for. Okay? It could be a lottery, so if some of you need to go and put in your lottery now, you could be in for a win. Okay? Or horses, or whatever you do, casino, whatever. Okay? For some of you though, it's a lot of money. Okay? But if it's far away in a larger spread, the money is out of your reach. When it's not about money, it can describe a nearby card as a lot. So your abundance, your relationship will be abundant. Your new relationship, you're going to be financially as well as emotionally abundant. Okay, Aquarius? But remember, you have to walk away. Could even be from another water sign that you was having indecisions regarding, should you or shouldn't you. Some of you were waiting for a moment that you could do. Okay? Some of you will be standing your ground, defending the people you love. Okay? You will be taking action or passionate action towards a fire sign or fire queen. Some of you might have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your chart. Okay? This is the person that's working hard here. Okay? Let me read that to you now. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. Please subscribe, like, share. Okay? Wow. Toil and labor. This is a somewhat challenging card. Here we meet a young girl in the dreaded 19th century textile mill, tending to their dangerous and loud mechanism looms for 12 hours a day. Brutally hard, manual work with the risk of losing fingers and hearings awaited these girls. Literally, this card is the low-wage manual labour, drudgery, with no hope for advancement. Abstractly, it's the burdensome, thankless core, obligations and the good intentions that are always punished. Okay? This is like somebody here who's on minimum wage, okay, and they're working their ass off basically. All right. Some of you, you're feeling that all the good you put into something, okay, that you feel at some point you was even punished for it. Okay, you tried to do good for people and you got something returned back to you as bad. Okay. That means, you're doing something good, keep doing it. Okay? Don't stop. Don't let somebody put you off. Don't let... What's the word I'm hearing here? No, I'm hearing this, right? What you don't like in somebody else, don't become the very same thing you don't like. Okay? Now you got... It is a better future coming ahead of you here. Okay? This card shows automation, daily routine, the hard work. In your daily work as well as your partnership matters, you might feel like you're in the hamster wheel without challenges or inspiration. This card is generally an indicator for all automatic process machines and technology devices. Okay? So some of you could be working with machines. Okay? Some of you could be like you're on a mill here, you know, like a sausage factory. One goes out, another one comes in. Could be customers, could be anything. Okay? But it feels like repetitive. Okay? because the card refers to work done out of necessity. It's a tiring work. It's monotonous work, the grind. This card differs from card 34 since occupation is a more enjoyable hobby or chosen career, because this is something that you're doing that you don't really want to do, but you're doing it just to make some form of money somehow. Okay? For some of you, this card also represents obligatory work as opposed to more pleasant work or a personal pastime or hobby. This work you don't enjoy or want to do, but it has to be done. Okay? Whether that's chores around the house that you can't be postponed any longer, or necessary employment to simply cover the financial basis and put food on the table. But you're doing it anyway. Okay? And what you don't know, money's going to come in. Alright? And it'll help you grow. Sometimes it's good to be humble. Alright? That's for some of you Aquarius out there. Do what you have to do. Okay, make it work. You're gonna reap your rewards. Alright? You put food on your table for one. Alright. You got journey. Right? This card illustrates travel. Okay? Some of you somebody might have traveled to you to let you know about this betrayal, or you travel to somebody. Okay? This person could even be a distance from you who betrayed you. Right? The card illustrates travel by first-class carriage from Victoria Station. Notice this wealthy man on the platform standing with his fine leather luggage not too far from denizens of second class. Yep. Card 10 stands for all forms of transit and vehicles, as well as vacations, travel, escapes, round trips, the round trip aspect of a place you're coming back to. Okay, it can change. Like I said, some of you could have returned back to somebody who did hurt you in the past, but it's your soulmate, and you're working on this relationship. Okay, and it will work. Okay, but you got to let go of all the past hurt, the past betrayal and all that, rejection and all that, all what you went through, you got to let go of it. That's for somebody out there. Okay? It's time to start or to take a step forward. Leave your old and familiar situation. Depart from new shores. This might concern your work, your family situation, or your relationship. Maybe it's also time for a trip. This card represents all kinds of vehicles, okay? Because some of you might even be purchasing a vehicle. For some of you, I didn't like that one. Okay. Somebody could have even got into a car accident, I'm hearing. And some of you, that's what you're experiencing, this grief, this loss. Okay, for some of you are going through that, and I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, I send you love and light. Wow. Okay. This card indicates a trip, a transformation, or a vehicle. Okay. For some of you, it could also speak of theft or accident while traveling. This isn't an unavoidable fate. The warning of this card can help you avert this, because be careful with driving, especially drinking and driving, I'm hearing. Okay, Aquarius? Because there could be an accident here, because 10 is ending. Okay? And especially you got 10-10. Definitely do not drink and drive. No matter how hurt, and if you're hurt or upset or you're emotionally not balanced or caused some rejection and some loss, do not step into a car to drive. Pre-warned is pre-armed here, Aquarius. Okay? Somebody needed to hear that. Do not drink and drive, especially when you're not emotionally balanced right now. Okay? This is another image that provides duality. The sea may depict an arrival as well as a departure. It might be you who is the traveller, or perhaps you are there to see someone off or arrive from his or her journey. Okay? But some of you, it was an ending. There was a departure. And there was a separation here. And a betrayal. Okay? But I'm hearing here, do not drive, drink and drive. Do not take drugs, drink and drive. Do not take, don't go with any toxicity in your body, mind, body or spirit and drive. Okay? Bye. Aquarius. Ooh, like I said, I've got a new card here. Oh, where's it gone? Oh, it is. I believe in your own magic. Okay, which I'm going to actually pull a card here from you. First time, just got it. Amazon just delivered it off, so you're the first to even get a reading from it. Okay, this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. Wow, lovely. When I first even just seen it in Amazon and then took the camera over it, just looking at the details, I was excited to write this card. I was even surprised how quickly it even come. Okay, so I felt this is for you. Without your reading, you definitely need to hear the message from this. So this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. What message does Clarissa? Where the heck, Clarissa? Wow, somebody Clarissa out there needs to hear this. Okay, all right. Ooh. Evil Queen. Okay, it's got, you deserve sugar, not salt, Aquarius. Somebody's been giving you salt instead of sugar. Okay, the bottom of the deck, you got nostalgia. Focus on the here and now, because like I said, some of you are still focused on past hurt and bringing that into 2020. Let it go, let go, let God. Past hurt, let it go. Okay, so I will read you nostalgia, and then I'll read you somebody was giving you salt instead of sugar. Okay, all right, nostalgia. Wow, you know what the card was behind that? Was the Tower. Some of you just come from a Tower moment. Okay, it's also telling you here to unplug and relax for a spell after this Tower moment. So yeah, some of you are coming from a Tower moment. Okay, major change took place. Pull the rug right under your feet. So you've also got nostalgia. Okay, focus on the here and now. You're spending the majority of the time daydreaming, wondering what could have been, if only things had gone the way you wanted. By doing this, you aren't giving yourself a fair chance. Truth is, there's nothing you can do to change what happened, no matter how many scenarios you can craft in your mind. Make improvement to your present, not your imaginary. Be sure to nurture what you've been given. And that is the same answer that Spirit already gave you with the 7 of Hearts, 7 of Cups. Do you understand? There's nothing you could have done to avoid it. There's no point feeling guilty or shame. Okay? It was supposed to happen. Everything happened for a reason. Okay? Nothing just happens. Alright? Now you've got here, somebody was giving you salt instead of sugar. Right? Evil Queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. Someone in your life is mistreating you. You keep trying to see the good in them, but they just keep disappointing you again and again. Truth is, some people don't deserve second chances. As difficult as it may be, this is your sign that you need to cut them loose, unfollow them and block their number. It's time to move on. Do whatever it takes to find some inner peace, for it's just as precious as gold. Do you understand now, Aquarius? This card came when in the middle of your reading. Now to pause it, to go on to the door for the Amazon guy. Message was definitely for you. You're the first person I've opened this deck for. and the message was exactly for you. And please like, share to other Aquarius that could be going through this. Okay, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I send you love and light. Namaste.